Today the question is it possible to switch from a graduate visa to another category? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I haven't seen you since 2020, 2021. I want to say hello if you have stayed subscribed. If you're new here, please subscribe. I want to have this thing where I'm able to give as much guidance, especially for people who do not have access to justice. So please leave your message in the community tab, or you can leave your message underneath this video. You can leave a question. Please do not leave anything that is too personal that can be traced back to you. If I haven't said, my name is Delphine. I am a solicitor, but I have to make it very clear, I am not your solicitor. If you want advice that you can rely on from a solicitor, you would need to pay for the services of an independent solicitor. I only give guidance on this channel. Today the question is it possible to switch from a graduate visa to another category? The glad news is yes. If you do not know, there are other routes that you cannot switch from, where you would have to return to your home country to make an application. But for the graduate visa, there are several routes that you can switch to. One of them is you can become a skilled worker. 2, you can switch and become a student. And 3, you can switch to a family visa. Please note that the graduate visa cannot be extended. What that means is if you have run out of that route, so if your graduate visa has now expired, you're not going to be able to extend it. The good news is if your graduate visa has not expired, then you can apply to switch to the routes which I have told you about, which are the skilled worker route, student route, and the family visa route. If you're an employer and your question is, can I take on someone who is on the graduate visa? The answer is definitely yes. You as an employer would have to issue a certificate of sponsorship. A lot of people call it a course, which is COS. This is a key requirement for the skilled worker visa. You would need to follow the requirements of the Home Office to be able to award a course to that prospective employee. So what if you are the employee? If you are the employee, then yes, you can get the course, but even after you get the course, you will still need to make an application for you to remain in the UK. You need to pay the application fees and all of that. But I think the main thing here is that you are able to stay back in the UK if you have the graduate visa and become a skilled worker. If you are taking someone here in the UK on a graduate visa, one of the advantages, like I said, is that they can be classified as a new entrant, which just basically means that you can pay a lower salary requirement, which is approximately 70% of the standard rate for the specific job code. So please find out more about the pay that you can receive as an employee and the pay that you can actually pay as an employer. All right. You will need to calculate the specific salary that needs to be paid. So please check the government website, and that will be very helpful. Or definitely seek information from your solicitor or seek information from the Home Office. I find that the Home Office is very helpful when it comes to certificates of sponsorships, when it comes to licenses for organizations. So what happens if you do not get a course from a licensed sponsor? There are still other routes that you can follow. Remember, I said that you can switch to the student visa, so you can return to full-time study, though any remaining time on your graduate visa would need to be forfeited. This has other implications, but I'm not going to deal with them here. It just basically means that if you still have time on your graduate visa and you decide to switch, then you forfeit the time on your graduate visa and then you become a student. You can also become a partner of a British citizen, so you can get married to someone who is a British citizen. I want to be very clear on this channel. I do not basically say to you, go and get married to a British citizen. I only give you the available information that you need. So you need to be in a genuine and a subsisting relationship with a British citizen, and you will need to prove that to the Home Office when you make your application. I'm hoping that short videos like this are helpful. I do not necessarily have all the time to be editing videos and all of that, so I'm not going to make this very fanciful. I just want the information to come across to you. For more information on the skilled worker route, you can refer to the gov.uk skilled worker visa guide. And then for family life and student visas, you can also refer to the gov.uk website. I hope that this has been very helpful. Like I said before, subscribe, like, share, leave your message underneath this video in the comment section, and I will come back to you as soon as possible. If you do not know, I am a general litigator, meaning that I litigate in various courts in the UK. I was at the Immigration Tribunal today, and when I got this question, I decided I would answer it by also helping people out there to get that information that they need. So I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now. It's Delphine.